Hello, everyone. Thank you for checking out Really Dicey. This is Manny, and I'm here with.
I'm Steve Jackson, and I do games.
It's an honor to talk to you, sir. I followed your work for a good deal of time. But today we're going to talk about Girl Genius Sourcebook and Role-Playing Game for GURPS 4th Edition.
Right.
Congratulations. It's on Kickstarter right now, everyone, and it's beat 4 times the goal. So
It's
so
burning up the track.
So I have to ask, how did GURPS and the Girl Genius property, how did this come together?
Oh, it was really a natural. I have known the folios since we were all much younger, seeing them at World Cons and so on. And Kaya is a GURPS player. So it was inevitable that we'd talk about it. And we agreed to do it a long time ago, and there has been one thing and another get in the way, but finally here it is.
Excellent. So what can you tell us about the source book? Is there new rules being added or anything?
Yes, the really important one is rules for spark style inventions. They are a whole lot wilder and woollier than the standard invention rules.
Oh, okay. And for those that are not familiar with the Girl Genius property, what characters is it? Would you say steampunk type of characters?
Short answer, yes. Kaya prefers the term gas lamp fantasy, but if you say steampunk, where some of the stuff may really be magic, you've got it nailed.
Hmm. And how much from the works of, because there must be a bunch of books right now for Girl Genius.
Yes.
How much of that is in this book? Is it a certain setting, a certain time? Is it everything?
It tries to be everything. It's the world background with different versions of some of the most important characters, like Agatha herself, at different times. And there's a lot of the supporting cast. There's discussions of different campaign types that you can do in that background at different levels of power, depending on whether you want to be shaking the world or sneaking around being spies.
Oh, okay. When it comes to the art, um, is there did how is it mostly stuff from the graphic novels? Is it new art? How did that come together?
It is almost all straight from the graphic novels. Victor Folio, their son, acted as art director, and of course, there was an awful lot to choose from. So the art is appropriate to the pages it's on.
Oh, excellent.
I'm really happy with the look of the book.
Oh, okay. If I may ask, how big do you think the book will be?
Oh, about like that, 184 pages.
Oh, okay, excellent. And again, I mentioned before that it's doing really well on Kickstarter. What are you doing for stretch goals and things like that?
There is one stretch goal, which has already been blown away and will definitely happen. It's a new original 8-page comic by Phil and Kaya it features Agatha and Zetha and Othar.
Oh, okay, okay.
And they have an adventure, and Othar behaves like Othar.
Oh, okay, excellent. So if I may ask, what is the future of GURPS? What do you see happening with it down the line? You've explored a lot of different worlds from Conan to Discworld. Is there more stuff coming down the pipeline?
Yes, we have done most of the obvious generic backgrounds, although there are a couple we haven't touched yet. There's still the strong possibility of doing licensed properties. We're working on a GURPS Ring of Fire book right now. If you're familiar with the alternate history series by Eric Flint and many, many contributors, that's Ring of Fire.
What date do you think that'll be out?
We would like to have it out in 2022, but since the manuscript isn't in yet, no promises.
Okay. Now, if I may ask, are you surprised by how many role-playing games come and go sometimes? You know, it's just how it is. But
It's the nature of things.
GURPS has endured. Um, if I may ask, why do you think why that is?
Because it's all, no, that's probably not a good answer. It uh, it reaches a section of the core market that D&D doesn't, that is sort of diametrically opposed to D&D. It is, it's multiple world, and it's relatively crunchy. I don't think it's a terribly crunchy game, but it's certainly more so than D&D. And the market has a place for that. It's not a huge place. We're never going to push D&D off the #1 spot, but it's something capable of enduring as long as we support it.
Oh, okay. So one last question. With the Girl Genius source book, if I was running that game, who would you play?
Oh, I'd want to be Tarvek.
Hmm. Oh, good answer. Good answer. Okay.
I'm a Tarvek fan.
Before I wrap up, is there anything last words, anything I haven't asked you about when it comes to this source book that you want to share?
Just that if you like steampunk type things, you ought to check this out, even if you're not familiar with Girl Genius. And you ought to check out the Girl Genius online comic. There's a lot of material there, wildly plotted and well drawn. I'm a fan.
Hmm. Thank you, Mr. Jackson, for taking
Eva's
it.
fine. The name of the company is not Mr. Jackson Games, after all.
That's true. That is true. Well, thank you.
Thank you for having me, Manny. It's been fun and good to the point questions.
Yeah. And to our viewers out there, stay safe, take care, and have a great day.